Namaste, everyone. Welcome to the Cārvāka podcast. This is your host, Kushalmehra. Before we start today's podcast, I want to apologize in advance. I am on the road now. Usually, internet connections in decent hotels is very good, but for some odd reason, I'm finding the internet connection in this hotel where I'm staying right now not to be very good. But uh, hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll stay focused and it doesn't create a problem. But I want to start today's podcast by officially congratulating all RCB fans. Finally, you know what it feels to be a Mumbai fan, albeit just once. We have it 5 times.
ये बोलना था ये बोलना था नहीं नहीं मैं ऐसे
Congratulations to RCB.
हाँ मैं
Good.
मतलब सारी कंडीशंस बाद में लगाऊंगा पर आज के लिए तो भाई congratulations RCB. You truly have a phenomenal fan base, and I tweeted something which I mean I really want to do. If I mean I wish I was in Bangalore right now enjoying a dosa and a filter coffee and discussing cricket with all you brilliant people in Bangalore and having a blast. Matlab, I wanted to be a fly on the wall and see all the celebrations because those images, pictures look
Beautiful.
fabulous.
Beautiful. They are,
Fabulous.
they are a wonderful fan base. You have to give
Yeah,
it
yeah,
to them. They're a wonderful
absolutely.
fan base. I
Yeah.
mean, they are great trolls. They can take it, they give it back. That's how sports fandom should be. And it's pretty cool. I like it. I like the RCB fan base because they can give it and take it. And
Mhm.
I'm really happy for Virat Kohli. To be very honest, yeah, he started. He was this is his 18th year in the franchise. He grew up with this franchise. Literally,
Mhm.
Virat's entire career is this franchise.
Hmm.
And to get it after retiring from red ball cricket, I think I'm really happy for Virat. Like really happy for him and the RCB fan base. The team I don't care, but for Virat and the fan base, I'm really happy for them. I think they
Not
deserve it.
no, no, not just that. There is another thing too. If you look about it, RCB has, in my opinion, had two of the most heartbreaking finals losses. Matlab, Chennai wala one run and Mumbai wala one run is it could have gone anyways, right? So it was a 50-50. But that 2009 and 2016, both the finals RCB should have won. So Virat Kohli once as a I don't know 19 or a 20-year old, and once in probably was one of the best years a players could ever have in the IPL. 2016 IPL, Virat was playing god level. Like he had what 973 runs or something. I forget that season. Um, from that he to lose those 2 years was a big blow, and so the emotions you could see on his, it was almost like what we felt as growing up being Sachin fans when 2011 World Cup Sachin won. It was also at the same stage 20 years, 18, 20 years into his career. And Virat Kohli was the one who said that, made that statement, right? That it's time we shoulder his burden or something. And this final felt like it. I critique Virat Kohli's innings. I don't think this was his best knock. He played what
No,
he
it
could.
was not. It was
But
not a good innings. In fact, I think Virat dragged along.
yeah, I mean, he may, but two people, Jitesh Sharma and Krunal Pandya.
Trump took credit for RCB winning.
नहीं नहीं, he could have if the IPL trophy was shared. यहाँ पे तो एक जीत गया ना. So officially, हाँ, but actually तो उसमें भी एक जीत गया था and Trump took the credit. So you never know. That comment is right actually. So, anyways, but yeah,
By the way, Vineet Shenoy has mentioned whenever Virat plays the slow innings in the finals, he somehow wins.
हाँ,
But that's
no no,
true because offline Virat, मैं और आदित्य यही बात कर रहे थे. I was like, this guy is so lucky because वो टुक टुक खेलता है और
नहीं
उसकी टीम जीत
वो दो
जाती है
चीजें
फाइनल में.
उसमें दो क्राइटेरिया है. One, he must play a slow innings. Second, he must find a Gujarati bowler to bail him out. So first time it was Jasprit Bumrah, this time it was Krunal Pandya.
भाई हार्दिक पांड्या ने लास्ट ओवर डाला था वर्ल्ड कप
हाँ, तो मतलब वही हुआ ना, गुजराती बॉलर टू बेल हिम आउट. थैंक यू.
कभी कभी तो सेम फैमिली से दो गुजराती होते हैं.
So exactly. So no, but quite seriously, Krunal bowled the best spell of the playoffs, in my opinion. वो जो 105 वाला all out हो गए थे, that was a different thing. This, given the context, given how close it was Jasprit Bumrah's spell against Gujarat Titans would be number 2. But if I look at all the 4 playoffs and the context of the game, Krunal Pandya was number 1. He was
Brilliant.
And Jitesh Sharma's innings in the first innings.
भाई वो शॉट क्या था उसने, वो वाला शॉट मारा छक्का.
He
Kyle
actually
Jamieson
took
को. What
RCB
a
to a
shot.
place. He took RCB to a place where they should have got 210, but then Arshdeep bowls that brilliant last over where he concedes only 3 and picks up 3 wickets. And everyone, I mean, Matthew Hayden thought they were 30 below par. I don't think they were 30. They were about 15, 20 below par.
I did think they were 220 was.
But आशीष नेहरा का एक बहुत important statement है when 2022 Gujarat won the first time. He said batsmen or batters win you matches, bowlers win you tournaments. And this time RCB won because of their bowlers. Right?
Josh Hazelwood.
Absolutely. And the one key weak link that we identified in this podcast, and that is why I was not putting RCB as the winners, because I thought if they had put all their eggs in the Rasik Dar basket, their death bowling would suffer. They realized that after 4 games, unfortunately, it didn't work him out. So they dropped him. Bhuvi, Yash Dayal, and Josh Hazelwood there. And bittersweet moment for Yash Dayal. He had that 5-6s moment with Rinku Singh on the same stadium, and then 2 years later to come back and win the trophy at the same stadium. Of course, he won it. I don't know if he was a part of Gujarat squad in 22 or he just joined in 23. But regardless, the same stadium where he got hit for 5-6s, he comes back and wins the trophy with RCB. Amazing moments.
You know what I found about the RCB innings is every time they got going, they lost a wicket. It was such a patchy innings.
Yeah.
Somehow they, that one over where Jitesh smacked Kyle Jamieson.
Yeah. 23 runs, I think it was, something like that.
I think they somehow, they scraped through in the game because, listen, they've won by 6 runs.
Yeah.
RCB, let's not forget this. And that one, Krantikari batting over by Jitesh is literally the difference in this match now.
Absolutely. Actually, when Marcus Stoinis comes and hits a 6 of that ball, right, and before he gets out, they need 50 odd runs in 25 balls with Stoinis and Omarzai at the crease and Shashank Singh. You thought Punjab had a chance. Unfortunately, 2 of their sort of dependable go hit hard players in Nehal Vadera and Prabhsimran Singh just could not get going. Prabhsimran scored 26 of 22 balls and 2 sixes, right? You take the 2 sixes out and it was 14 of 20 balls. So he was scoring at less than run a ball, not rotating the strike enough. He played a lot of dot balls. Nehal
Is it me or Adit actual में freeze हो गया है? Oh, Adit actual में freeze हो गया है. आ गया तू, आ गया.
That was interesting.
साले इंटरनेट मेरा खराब है, freeze तू हो रहा है.
I don't know why. मतलब मेरे और I could actually hear you saying कि तू Adit freeze हो गया है. And I'm like, ये क्या चल रहा है? No, मैं मतलब
Look at Adit's facial expression. Oh, bhai. I was the one who was supposed to have the bad internet. This is so funny. I'm sorry. I can't not laugh on this. Adit chale hi gaya. Arey yaar, matlab, it has to happen, right? It has to happen. Anyways, what was ट्रोल करो इस मुंबई इंडियंस फैन को. देखो, हमको कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. मुंबई इंडियंस वाले भाई
वापस आ गया. So, कौन सा एक्सप्रेशन है? धीरू भाई अंबानी वाला किसी ने बोला?
हाँ, सही, एकदम सही. कर लो
properly.
दुनिया मुट्ठी में.
Chalo, at least Neeta Bhavi will be happy that my expression was mimicking Dhirubhai and not her expression during the Punjab and Mumbai game.
Yeah, that Mumbai game now, I think that, I mean, same ground, but look at what Dew does. Honestly, what Dew
Yeah, but
does.
I mean, I don't think it was just the dew.
भाई
Also, it rained.
ये तो चीज मैंने एग्जैक्ट प्रेडिक्ट की थी. अगर ड्यू गेम हुई तो पंजाब अपर हैंड था, मैंने बोला था.
हाँ,
अगर
मतलब,
नॉन ड्यू गेम हुई, आरसीबी इनको हराएगी.
but also the sheer mortality of Shreyas Iyer, right, plays a brilliant knock, but then ironically gets out to an Aussie bowler the same way as he did in the 2023 World Cup. Now the
यार
2020
ये, what do you make of his shot selection?
horrendous, because he got out the same way the first, and this is why he's not in the test team. ये लोग मतलब, this is why you don't make people just captain of test match cricket based on one knock. He had 3 innings in the playoffs. Twice he got out to horrendous shots. Once he played the innings of a lifetime.
Dude,
So
क्या खेला है वो. That boundaries, 3 boundaries to the third man.
yeah, and the lofted shots.
Two to Bolt and 1 to Bumrah. Oh my god. Oh, what shot making. Man.
But that also puts into perspective how crucial the Josh Inglis over was when he took Bumrah for 20 runs. That over ने मतलब psychological damage कर दिया MI की bowling attack को. बॉस बुमराह को ठोक दिया इसने.
रोमारियो से आउट हुआ ना वो, थोड़ी ना ऑजी से हुआ. रोमारियो ऑजी कब से हुआ?
नहीं, Hazelwood took him out. Oh no, did
No,
Shepherd? Romario should, sorry, not an Aussie. But what I meant was the same way he got out in the 2023 World Cup final, nicking to the game. The first game he was out that. I got my dismissals confused. But first game maybe he played a very bad shot, Shreyas Iyer. So actually Romario Shepherd match का मुजरिम होते होते बच गया. He dropped an absolute soda of Prabhsimran. And then Prabhsimran hits a 6. And they're like, "Arey boss, gayi bhais pani mein." So, and I mean, if you look on Twitter, people were like, Romario ke Instagram feed pe koi mat jana, abhi koi Instagram feed pe mat jana. But still, I mean, it was an easy catch that he should have taken.
Absolutely.
But RCB, even after that, made a huge comeback. Hazelwood again picked up crucial wickets. His 1 for 54 is inflated because of the 22 runs that Shashank Singh smacked in the last sort of 4 balls. And he was 61 of 30. But really the match was over by then. The match was over when they needed 36 of 9 balls and they were not able to connect. Essentially, that was it. We just knew that was it. If you needed probably 20 of the last over instead of what was the I forget the final 28. Yeah, aisa kuch tha. If you needed 20 and the first ball went for 6, you had a chance. But if itna bada task in the final against Josh Hazelwood, it was tough. And in the end, he was just trying not to bowl a wide or a no ball. To me, what stood out today was Rajat Patidar's captaincy. I think he captained his team very, very well. The field placements, the plans with which the bowlers were bowling, the rotation of the bowlers. I'm sure he had Virat Kohli's help. I'm sure he had the senior leadership's help, but it showed. Andy Flower, the coaching team, very happy for Dinesh Karthik. I think Dinesh Karthik deserved to win an IPL. Again, unfortunately couldn't do it with a player. As a player, he had won it before. I'm saying in the last 3 or 4 years, given how he had reinvented himself and how he had finished games, he definitely deserved to win an IPL. So happy for him and stuff. And overall, it's always good when a new team wins the IPL, but it's very strange. I'm going to point out a very weird dichotomy. Teams north of India have had some very bad luck in IPL. Between Rajasthan, Delhi, Punjab, and Lucknow, they've only won 1 IPL, and that was the first ever IPL. It's bizarre. I don't know why, but it's just been that. Gujarat won their first ever IPL. Mumbai has obviously won 5. Chennai, now RCB. Hyderabad has won more. KKR has won 3 IPLs. So it's just been very interesting. So maybe it's
No, but I think in this tournament, RCB was just the best team. This tournament, I'm not talking about
agreed.
overall. RCB is the
No,
best team.
RCB and
They're
Punjab were
not.
number one and number two. Yeah, no doubt.
And I think the best team won the tournament. They were consistently, they were fielding well,
Hmm.
batting well, bowling well. They
Yeah.
were playing well as the unit. See, finally, RCB got their squad selection right.
Hmm.
Finally,
Fine. Yeah.
and and
And
and and that matters.
and I'll tell you something else. Since the last four IPLs, both the teams that have played, उससे पहले भी शायद हुआ ही होगा, but these last four IPLs for sure, both the teams who've played qualifier one, the two best teams have ultimately gone in the final. It was Gujarat Rajasthan in 2022 and met in the final. 23 Gujarat CSK. Last year it was KKR and Hyderabad. They met against again in the final, and this year it was Punjab and RCB. So, and we both felt like, even when we did the playoff previews, that Punjab and RCB probably will be in the final again. Mumbai and Gujarat are there, and people are fearing because they've been there before, but unfortunately they do have some flaws, and they got exposed. Mumbai missed a frontline spinner, and I think Hardik Pandya underused Mitchell Santner massively, especially after seeing how Krunal Pandya bowled, a left arm spinner, and how badly Mumbai used Mitchell
I think
Santner.
Mumbai lost the match because they scored 20 runs less, because there was
वो तो
too
है ही,
much
but
of
I'm saying
dew,
I think RCB also
and
scored
that
20
was
runs
too good.
less.
Yeah, but
Because
I think this pitch was and this outfield was not comparable to the previous match.
no, yeah, I agree. It was not, but still, I think Mumbai could have made a closer match out of it, but ultimately it wasn't even a contest in the last 5 overs. Punjab was running away with the game, and the way Nehal Vadera was playing. Also, I think Punjab missed a trick this time by not having Marcus Stoinis go above Nehal Vadera. Nehal Vadera was a very good factor against Ashwini Kumar and Trent Bolt, both left armour, and he's a left-handed batsman. But the RCB bowling attack was very different, and I think Stoinis suited it better, that matchup. So, but I think they probably just thought playoff में चला है तो इस यहाँ पे भी चलेगा. But I just think Stoinis would have been far more dangerous. But by the time he played, he just had to slog, right? I mean, it was winnable, but he had to slog, and he got out trying to play a cheeky shot. He hit a six of the first ball. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, no, it was truly a very, very fine fielding effort. I mean, the first wicket, that Priyan Sharia's catch that Phil Salt took, oh my goodness,
Mm.
that was good. So, whatever Romario Shepherd's bad drop was, that catch more than made up for it, because before that, the RCB in the stadium, the Ahmedabadis were all pro RCB. I would say the crowd was what, 80-20
It was
broken
a
up,
completely pro
or maybe
RCB crowd. बॉस
90-10.
कहाँ थे? पंजाब के कोई फैंडम था अंदर?
They
थोड़े
they
बहुत
were
थे, मेरे को
showing.
दिखे.
But I mean, if you are showing 1,000 or 2,000 fans in a stadium of 100,000, that just tells you everything, doesn't it? So
Boss, let's get real. RCB, along with Mumbai and Chennai, is the most popular franchise in India. They are.
Virat and Dhoni are the most popular players, right? RCB in Karnataka, I believe even if Virat stops playing tomorrow, RCB will still be popular in Karnataka the same way it is right now. Maybe even in
That's
sort
a
of
very
neighboring
good,
area.
good question you've raised. Actually, let me ask you then.
Yeah.
Do you think post Virat, RCB will carry the same level of fandom pan India, same
No,
merchandise sales,
no,
same
no.
marketing? And what did you think of Kohli saying, no, I will not play as an impact sub?
That was a very very subtle, sly slap to his senior players in Team India. And I'm glad Virat said that, because he is not, I mean, he should be going by example, right? Like, if he's fit, if he's playing, he's going to give it his 100%. And so I'm glad he said that. You should not be playing as an impact sub. If they feel that someone only has to play as an impact sub, they should, quite frankly, be done. Unless and until they're injured and cannot field and can only bat
I
as a.
think the impact sub rule should be gone, done and dusted.
Yeah,
You're
it's
killing the all
screwing with
rounder
the
in the
Indian
game.
all-rounders.
we just don't need the impact sub. The one thing I hope goes out of the IPL is the impact sub rule. It's a pathetic rule.
It
It's just weird. It just
भाई
removes a major skill out of the game.
लिख के ले लो, it is not going anywhere till MS Dhoni retires. The day he retires, the impact sub rule will be debated.
अरे भाई उसको यार वो क्यों खेल रहा है, उसको अभी भेजो यार अभी MS
I don't know, but I'm telling you, it is direct relation to that. There is no team that does not have the 11 players to field. But unfortunately, beyond the time, CSK does fear that Dhoni might have to.
अभी रोहित शर्मा भी इम्पैक्ट सब हो रहा है यार, क्या हो रहा है ये सब, मतलब मेरे को तो नहीं अच्छा लगता है रूल.
No, it should just be you play. And I think Rohit is fit enough to play. Dhoni is fit enough to keep wickets, right? But they are saying he's not fit enough to play the 10 overs or something. So they fear they need an extra player. So, but unfortunately, nahi jayega. So it should go, because ultimately BCCI could do. IPL has to become a 12 franchise team, 12 franchise league, maybe even 16 eventually.
16.
Eventually 16.
My view is 16.
Yeah, and you have to have divisions. Now you do it by west, north, south, east, however. But can I tell you something? And that's what I'm saying. Outside of Karnataka, within Karnataka, it will continue if Virat retires. But you are not going to have 90,000 people in Ahmedabad showing up in RCB.
Dude, the team that will suffer post Dhoni is CSK. People don't realize how much Dhoni is part of the CSK.
Correct. People are not going to show up with 70,000 Dhoni jerseys. When Rohit Sharma was in Mumbai, Rohit ka fandom hai. But man, when Mumbai plays Gujarat in Ahmedabad, you should ask Mumbai players. They got a proper hooting, as it should be. And when...
See, Mumbai is a different culture. Mumbai has always been about, we are the best, we are Mumbai. Mumbai mein koi bhi aayega jayega.
I'm talking about stardom. I'm just talking about Rohit Sharma's stardom. He's a star and people in Ahmedabad will praise him. But वो फिर आ जाएगा कि भाई तू मुंबई का player है, you're playing against
Mumbai. Mumbai has always had that people like to hate us thing. And also Mumbai team mein kaisa hai? Although we had Sachin, right? Even peak Sachin was not bigger than Mumbai team.
No, he was not. He was not. That
Sachin
is why
Gavaskar was not bigger than Mumbai.
That is why 2 months before he retired, he showed up for Mumbai. Or 1 month before he retired.
Mumbai
He played
culture
the last game. Yeah.
That's why we dominate cricket in India. It's a different culture.
Okay, so I have to ask you a question, really. And this is being debated along. There is a proper rivalry in RCB and CSK, right? Like the game. In Mumbai and Gujarat, people forget that Mumbai and Gujarat used to play in the same division in Ranji Trophy for years and years. Like
they were the same state.
No, I mean, wo to hai. But I'm saying after. So there is a proper rivalry against them. Not a bad rivalry, not a bitter rivalry, but there is an atmosphere of and given how close the games are and how, it gets pretty intense. People are saying that Mumbai CSK is not El Clasico. Yes, Mumbai and CSK. The CSK RCB or Gujarat Mumbai gives more El Clasico vibes. Players are giving each other everything. They're talking shit to each other. The vibe is fun. I mean, I don't know. What do you think?
Do
you get the same feeling when Mumbai CSK are playing?
I also feel they should keep Akshar as the Delhi Capitals captain. I think Akshar will make this team. I think next year they were unlucky.
They were unlucky. No, they choked. That 3 run-out game against Mumbai.
I think if they continue with this kind of squad, Delhi Capitals comes in at the cost of Mumbai if Mumbai doesn't get its act together.
मेरा तो वही था, DC or MI, and that one game between DC and MI decided. उस game के बाद DC kept losing all games and Mumbai kept winning everything. That 3 run-out game was really the turning point in the IPL. But so I think IPL rivalries will also ultimately be redefined and stuff. And another reason why Gujarat Mumbai got a little bit of heat going is because of the Hardik Pandya trade, right? One player, one captain. After he takes you to the runner-up, goes and becomes a captain. And the first 2 games, are home games. There's a little bit of tension, so it's fun.
I personally think Hardik Pandya is not a very good captain. I think he's not a bad captain. Before somebody misunderstands. I don't think he's a captain.
Let me tell you why Mumbai lost the game. No, I'll tell you why Mumbai lost the game. Hardik Pandya's captaincy was mediocre, and man, Mumbai need a new coaching staff. Mahela Jayawardene, Kyron Pollard, and Lasit Malinga. Lasit Malinga can be a good bowling coach. Hardik Pandya was good at Gujarat because of Nehra, right? Unfortunately, Nehra again has become a prisoner of his own system and has started using the same issue here. It's not going to work. But Hardik Pandya really needs either he needs a different coach than Jayawardene, like almost like in your face coach, jo help karta hai usko, yeah, completely different setup. But his captaincy was not very good in the playoff game and could have been one of the big reasons why Mumbai lost.
Do you think Punjab continues with Shreyas Iyer, knowing
Yeah, of
Punjab's
course. Oh
history?
my God. Yes,
Punjab
absolutely.
की history मालूम है ना तुझे? They
Yeah.
changed the squad more than anyone else.
Yeah. They have had what? 12 captains, 10 captains. I have no, I don't even know what it is. And so it's crazy. But no, absolutely. They continue with Shreyas Iyer. They should give Shreyas 3 years as captain and stuff. So I think one very interesting thing about the cricket culture when we talk about states, because people are saying Gujarat and Maharashtra are the only states in India to have 3 Ranji teams still playing out of those 3 states.
विदर्भ है,
Vidarbha
मुंबई है,
and Maharashtra.
महाराष्ट्र है.
And in Gujarat, you have Saurashtra, Baroda, and Gujarat.
Yeah.
I don't know if any other state in India has 3 teams playing within the state.
Yeah, but eventually I think IPL में 11 टीमें नहीं होनी चाहिए, 16 कर दो अभी.
No,
मगर अभी हो नहीं सकता.
ultimately, every Indian city. Why is there only one team in the east? The northeast, Assam deserves a team, right? What the hell is this Rajasthan Royals going there and playing in Assam? Assam deserves a team. Bihar deserves a team. Madhya Pradesh deserves a team. Kerala deserves a team. I know there was Kochi Tuskers Kerala, but there was a whole lot of fiasco with that. So you absolutely should have and this. Another thing which IPL needs to do is get rid of this auction nonsense. You have to go into a draft format and a trading and a long-term contract formats, because when people are tied to the team, why was Virat winning today was so emotional, not for just RCB fans, but for a lot of us, is because, I mean, 18 साल से वो RCB में है.
डाल दो, illegal Bangladeshis also deserve a team.
But really, quite frankly, we do deserve 16 teams. Because what is 16 teams? Times
And have
11.
more double headers ना. Same time 16 teams, more double headers.
More
ये
double
लालची
headers.
भूखे, ये लालची भूखे लोग कभी जिंदगी में, और मैं बोलता हूँ ना, पूरे वर्ल्ड के सारे फॉरेन प्लेयर्स को डाल दो साला, सारे के सारे फॉरेन प्लेयर्स को
आधे तो रिटायर ही हो रहे,
कोई
क्लासन
PSL
रिटायर.
में कोई नहीं जाएगा, सब हमारे यहाँ खेलेंगे.
No, and what's his name? Henrik Klaasen retired. Glenn Maxwell retired from ODIs. That was interesting. Klaasen, I thought, would play till the next World Cup in South Africa, but people said that उसका नाम
इंटरनेशनल क्रिकेट को ही अलविदा कर गया, बोला बस अभी मैं सिर्फ फ्रेंचाइज खेलेगा.
But वर्ल्ड कप 1.5 साल में तो है साउथ अफ्रीका में. Why
नहीं खेलना यार. I think cricket South Africa is a very toxic.
There is one Indian cricketer very happy with that, Akshar Patel.
बहुत मारा था उसको फाइनल में.
It's like, I'm glad next World Cup में I don't have to face, because I'm sorry, हाँ, go on.
नहीं मैं तेरे को पूछने वाला था. Complete your thought, then I'll ask.
No, I was saying that I don't see Ravindra Jadeja playing the 2027 World Cup as our premier all-rounder. It probably would be Akshar Patel.
Yeah, I think Jaddu will retire in a year or so,
Yeah.
and Virat, I don't know how long Virat plays 50 over cricket. I don't know
World
what
Cup.
Virat does now. Like Virat, the way he's just left cricket shows that, and from what I understand, he had called Ajit Agarkar in April and told him कि भाई मैं तो जा रहा हूँ, मेरे को नहीं खेलना है अभी red ball cricket.
He was done mentally.
I don't know. I think he must have wanted XYZ. They were not. Most likely they may not have been willing to give him XYZ. Yeah, he had to go. Yeah, his outside off-stump problem was so obvious. Listen, you can't get out 10 times the same way. Yeah. In an entire tour. नहीं यार, 9 times. Sorry, एक बार तो not out था वो. No, 9 times. यार नहीं. Listen, Virat and Ricky Ponting's career are so similar, because when Ricky Ponting was at his peak, it was as if nobody can touch him. Honestly, Nobody could touch Ricky Ponting. He had that 5-7 year patch, Ricky Ponting, where his record was like this. And then Ricky Ponting's career, if you remember, also tapered off after 2007.
Hey,
It was a bad fall.
there is a reason why Sachin at 37 is such an unheard phenomenon in the history of sport. Forget cricket. Add to have a second peak in any sport is insane. To have a second peak at 37 is incredible. That is why I always say, whenever you are the greatest in the world, what have you done post 36, right? Joe Root is getting at that point. Joe Root is at the most. I mean, if you saw the last innings he played against West Indies, 166, it is probably the best ODI innings played this year. I don't think I've seen an ODI innings played that has been played any better. The ball was freaking swinging. If you look at the scorecard, the entire English team managed 312. That's what they were chasing. The next best score was 49. There were 3 zeros in the scorecard. And extras mein mila ke Joe Root scored more than 50% of the runs.
Of nature.
Freak. What man? But he is also going to, I want to see how he plays Jasprit Bumrah and the Ashes. So Joe Root's toughest year is probably now, because he's playing 10 test matches this year, 5 against India, 5 against Australia, 5, the India games are at home, Australia games. So we'll see. And oh, by the way, for cricket fanatics, मतलब ये सुन के मेरे दिल को ठंडक पहुंच गई भाई. Cricket Australia just released the numbers of the Ashes ticket sales. The highest ever ticket sales recorded in the history of the Ashes. 160,000 plus tickets sold in the first few hours. And the games are not even, amazing. India-England, by the way, 5 test matches, all day 3, every single test match is sold out. There are some seats available in Old Trafford. That's it. Lords के अब seats में देखो 1500 pound के pavilion seats are be sold out with dinner and stuff like that. It is. Who the hell is saying Test cricket is dead?
No. Even in India, tickets बिक रही हैं अभी Test cricket. Only Australia, England and India. ये 3 लोगों की टिकटें बिकती हैं और किसी.
Yeah, but that's fine. नहीं मुझे so I have an issue with that too. Like as in ठीक है, अगर कुछ countries में बिक नहीं रही and they want to play 2 test matches, New Zealand में भी बिकती है when England goes there or Australia goes there or India goes there. I think it's absolutely okay if Test cricket, if it ultimately becomes an elite, you and I have for long said that if you have 2 windows of 3 months each in Test cricket, and that's why people are craving Test matches right now, because you did not give them Test cricket for 3.5 months. You did not give them competitive Test cricket. The last big series was, Border Gavaskar, New Zealand, England, and then South Africa played a few Test matches and so forth. Those were the last big sort of tournaments. Now you have, after 2 months, a different squad coming. You did not see players. Most people in India probably did not see Joe Root bat for a long time. They're going to be seeing all those players. Zach Crawley probably was not being seen by a lot of people. Same for the bowlers that are going to be bowling. So it'll be more fun now watching. And before that, we have the most delicious appetizer, Australia-South Africa World Test Championship.
Do you think World 50 over cricket survives post Virat Kohli?
It does. I don't think 50 over is going to be related to Virat Kohli. I don't think Indian 50 over cricket survives post Virat Kohli though.
Boss, only Virat and Rohit put a lot of value to 50 over cricket. Nobody else does. Those two.
Yeah, but till the World Cup is there, 50 over cricket survives. Once the World Cup is over, 50 over cricket is over.
Oof. The irony of ironies, I actually now do think with Virat gone, and now I imagine the gaping hole that world cricket has. I think कोई Indian superstar तो आ जाएगा. यशस्वी है, वैभव सूर्यवंशी है, ये दोनों में से कोई बड़ा superstar बन जाएगा, and things are looking good. I want to see Vaibhav Suryavanshi play Test match cricket. That's what I want to see. How that
eventually आएगा, but he's too early for that. So someone actually pointed out the way he is getting out, uska jo backlift hai and stuff, the way he's going, it's every ball he's trying to hit, right? And that's obviously because he's playing T20. does he have that compactness that Jaiswal developed or something? वो develop होने में time लगेगा. He has to, do India A, those tours. So I hope they don't rush Vaibhav Suryavanshi in. I hope they take their time with him. Like Jaiswal is now a proper three format player. And if you ask me, unless and until Rohit Sharma improves massively in ODI, he's essentially keeping Jaiswal's spot. So we'll see what happens.
Did you see? He'll read the news. Karun Nair's double hundred.
I actually saw the scorecard. Yeah, Karun Nair's double 100 as India A. It's quite excellent. And then they're doing a tour match which is India versus India A. So Karun Nair will face all the Indian bowling attack. So we'll see how that works as well. I don't know if they're going to telecast it or something, but I'll be very curious to see if they show the highlights of the game.
Because I wanted to ask you, Virat's retirement.
Hmm.
I get his retirement cape during the peak of Operation Sindoor and all of that. But what did you make of the reaction? Like, I understand India mein Operation Sindoor tha. Rest of the world?
I don't think Virat Kohli is a global player, an icon or something. But his tech, he's an athlete. He's seen as an athlete. He unfortunately, what we were expecting, a lot of Indian fans were expecting, is the outpouring of thing that Sachin Tendulkar's retirement happened and stuff. That would happen. That can only happen if Virat is playing his last game and he would announce that the 5th test in England is going to be my last ever test match. So it gives you time to build up. It leads to a point and stuff. And essentially you're retiring on a high. Here it seems like he was struggling for a lot of times and he was like, you know what, something isn't clicking. I'm just going to call. And massive respect to him for identifying it. But I think the way he chose to go sort of reflected in the reaction. So that's why it was like, oh my God, people are very shocked and stuff. But then, it just ended. There was no build up, no anticipation, nothing like that. It's like how Dhoni retired in 2014, right? In middle of a series. People are like, oh, yeah, this is bad. But we got a series to take care of. Virat Kohli is a great captain in waiting. So we'll see. This time it's different because we are going to have a completely new captain. Who was not the captain in waiting. And then the issue is we are going on a tour where more than half the team has not even played a test match there. So that's going to be interesting how they go about it.
One more thing I wanted to talk to you about Punjab's batting. Okay, I get that one player playing and the last over heroics and all of that. Where do you think they lost the plot? I mean, I think they lost the first 10 overs mein ki the last 10 overs mein. What do you think?
No. Punjab mein post the loss of Josh Inglis's wicket. Josh English went, it was 98 for 3. They needed another 92 runs in 7.5 overs. Even with him gone, 92 runs in 7.5 overs with the batting order they had was very, very doable. But why did Josh Inglis get out? Because Nehal Vadera had bogged down completely. He was like 2 of 9 or 2 of 8 or something like that. And dude started just trying to hit out basically because someone had to go after. So I think that, one, the decision of sending Vadera over Marcus Stoinis and the way Krunal Pandya and the other bowlers bowled to Vadera, that resulted in Josh Inglis being out. Because if Stoinis comes or Shashank comes and they score like, I don't know what, 28 balls or 9 balls, it's a different game. Then they need an equation very similar to what they were in Mumbai. And I think Josh Inglis sees them all. So I think that's where the game was lost, between over 12 and over 16. Then they were always playing catch up. It was doable. But till over 12, till they were 98 for 3, I thought Punjab was the favorites to win.
I think they lost it the moment Shreyas Iyer got out, to be very honest. I just think they were so reliant on Shreyas Iyer throughout this tournament. And his failure was like, done.
I mean, I'm telling you, that Shreyas Iyer, and it was 2 down as well, just like the 2023 World Cup final. it caused the same reaction. How Aussies were pumped. I and Kushal and I were talking this morning, and that's what I told him. Actually after the Mumbai Punjab game, that to me Rohit's wicket was not the turning point in the World Cup final. To me, Shreyas Iyer's wicket and us being 3 down was, because then KL Rahul and Virat, played a little bit slower and stuff, and that just changed the complexion of the game.
स्टॉइनस इतना नीचे आया, फर्स्ट बॉल पे छक्का मारा, फिर आउट हो गया. Do you think उसको थोड़ा ऊपर बेचना चाहिए था?
Oh, 100%. Why? He should have come when they were 3 down, not Nehal Vadera. I think he should have come, especially with Ronald Pandey or something, with his muscle and stuff. I think he would have able to be more dangerous. And I was surprised Ricky Ponting, who's known for these creative thoughts, sort of ran out of ideas, or I don't know what happened. Ricky Ponting has had some strange luck in IPL playoffs. As clutch as he was as an Aussie captain, he's been very bad. Like as a Delhi coach, they choked quite a bit in IPL playoffs, and now as a Punjab coach.
Ponting's a damn good coach, man.
He's a damn good coach.
Rejuvenates teams.
Oh, brilliant. Like John Wright was a damn good coach for Team India, but he did not win us a World Cup. It was Gary Kirsten.
Yeah.
So it's that weird sort of thing. What works? Dav Watmore, right? He can be absolute shit at what he does, but 96, he won Sri Lanka the World Cup. So it's also about what they need, where they are, and stuff like that. Ravi Shastri, or he, unfortunately, that's the thing. Brilliant coach, but did we win a World Cup with Ravi Shastri? I don't think so. It was Rahul Dravid under whom we broke the jinx of 2000 T20 World Cup. So I think it matters that how the coaching and stuff, and people forget 2007. See, again, Mumbai cricket's in my opinion, one of the most unsung heroes of Mumbai cricket, Lalchand Rajput. He was the coach of the T20 team in 2007, and Venkatesh Prasad, he was the bowling coach in the 2007 T20 World Cup when Dhoni won as the captain. He literally, that was a Cinderella story, right? Dhoni leading a bunch of nobodies, which kicked off the IPL. Virat Kohli then taking over the IPL. He had won the Under-19 World Cup as the captain, and life almost completing a full circle for him 18 years later. Also tells you, hum log kitne buddhe ho rahe hain. We remember watching all this.
Damn, it was a packed house in Ahmedabad on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
Ahmedabadiyon ko aur koi kaam nahi hai kya?
Yeah. नहीं है ना.
It's a match.
Hey, a friend of mine was telling me that people that he didn't even know about, they found out he's going to the final, and people were calling, "Arey, ticket hai kya? Fine. I think there were tickets available because Gujarat was not playing. But if GTA would have qualified for the final or the qualifier, there would have been pandemonium for the tickets and stuff. But it was nice to see the stadiums are packed even on a weekday. People were coming. Atmosphere was awesome. India needs more big stadiums here. India needs
चंडीगढ़ स्टेडियम मेरे को अच्छा लगा, नया वाला, वो जो क्या मुलानपुर वाला जो भी है चंडीगढ़ में,
पंजाब का ना. It's a good, it will host the qualifiers and thing. But I am praying to God Chinnaswamy कुछ करे, अपनी drainage system सुधारे. You cannot have IPL finals at the Chinnaswamy next year and games being rained off. Because there will be, Bangalore will host the finals next year and the second playoff. So we'll have to see how that works. So, but overall,
I think it was a good IPL. How would you rate this year's IPL?
It was a good IPL. I think the Pahalgam and the Operation Sindoor and everything just basically tested the. I mean, दूसरों की मैं क्या बात करूं, मेरा खुद मन उठ गया था to watch the games and stuff. And our hearts go out to the families. हम तो देख रहे यार जिन पे बीती है. There are people who have lost their houses, have lost their windows, damage to their property because of the shelling coming from the Pakistani side. So for them, it's like, IPL, right? But we do this and bring it to you. And we are thankful that you all exist so we can talk about this. So overall, good IPL, great cricket, but there'll always be a small dark shadow over it, in my opinion. And so that kind of took out a little bit of the fun part of it, for me at least. And it became a little more somber. But I'm glad the quality of cricket did not disappoint even after that.
Yep. All right, let's take the questions and then we'll leave because late ho gaya. मैं भी सोना है.
Hmm.
18 now more iconic. That was just the one thing missing.
That's right.
Uh, yeah.
Greatest of all time. Hmm. यार गोट लिखो ना, बकरे क्यों ड्रॉ कर रहे हो? बेचारा है.
Neeta Ambani looks at the sun. Papa set नहीं किया. Prabh Simran had an excellent test innings of his life.
नहीं, वो किसी ने बोला कि कोहली ट्राइंग टू ऑडिशन फॉर द इंडियन टेस्ट टीम इन इंग्लैंड एंड प्रभ सिमरन इज सेइंग होल्ड माय बियर विराट भाई, आई विल डू अ बेटर जॉब देन यू. बट नो, दैट नीता, सो आई हैव टू हैव वन थिंग, राइट? दैट नीता अंबानी विजुअल वाज वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग. अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल वर लाइक, अरे क्यों आप बात कर रहे हो भाई? ठीक है, इट्स अ फ्रेंचाइज स्पोर्ट. यहाँ पे द बिगेस्ट फ्रेंचाइज इज डैलस काउबॉयज. Just look up Jerry Jones and how much he gets absolutely pilloried on shows. It's franchise owners are going to get pilloried. Whenever Dallas Cowboys lose, the camera goes on Jerry Jones and he's angry and it's zoomed in. There is no big animosity. There is no one trying to prove a point. हाँ, कुछ लोग होंगे who have problems with the Ambanis and they can go lie in their loserdom. But if people are just poking, like opposite teams fans are laughing or something because the camera is being panned to the owners, that's not because they're mocking them. It's just the nature of the franchise sport. That's how it is in English Premier League. That's how it is in NBA and NFL. Mark Cuban, the owner of Dallas ki basketball team, when he was losing, he was always animated. In India it is new, but it always happens. Why does the camera pan to Preeti Zinta all the time, or Shah Rukh Khan? So this is, I mean, more of this will happen, I think, in my opinion, at least.
Got it. Odisha's theme, Kalinga Juggernauts. Okay.
Also, I mean, not a
अभी
bad
बोल
name.
के दिखाओ RCB. Like
RCB, हाँ. मतलब भाई, अभी we are 354 days early for the next time.
Yeah. Rayadu is now Kohli fan. अगले साल RCB कप नहीं जीतेगा तो खुला नहीं करेगा.
अरे बाप रे. Ambati
On a
Rayudu
serious note, RCB spin bowling and death over bowling was brilliant. That's why they won. I actually agree.
100% agree. That is the reason why they won. Actually, before in the playoffs, we said how Suyash Prabhu Desai and Krunal Pandya bowl, the spinners will define, and that's what made the difference.
Just like players do.
Not Prabhu Desai. What am I saying? Suyash Sharma. Suyash Prabhu Desai used to be an ex-RCB batter. Yes.
Yeah. Just like players do good, T20 coaches become good all-format coaches. I don't think so. I think coaching T20 is a specialized job and coaching Test cricket is a specialized job. I think you can still coach the 50-over format and the test format, but T20 is a completely different setup. The drills are different. The training
I'll give you an example.
Is different.
When you are coaching Test cricket, you take the ball, throw it to Jasprit Bumrah. The coaching is, what are your bowling plans? What are your thing and stuff? In T20, your first is, which over does Bumrah ball?
At least Nana Patekar can see today.
आज तो 56 भोग खाएंगे नाना पाटेकर.
यार बहुत खाएंगे वो.
नहीं, but I'm saying that in T20 cricket, the debate is not Bumrah ko first over. Which over will Bumrah bowl? Where will he bowl? So it's a very different mindset for coaching.
In the last 1 year, Virat Kohli won T20 World Cup, Champions Trophy, IPL. No bigger crowd puller in India now, as now there's no Bolly star. Djokovic, Harry Kane. Okay, ठीक है.
Okay.
Most commented post. अच्छी बात है. Good Virat Kohli.
Yeah, अच्छी बात है, but they are not the only ones to write on when people retired. Yeah, just look up what Sydney Morning Herald did when Sachin retired and how many players wrote and stuff. It was very different. So,
as a Mumbai jersey owner, I 100% endorse this sentiment.
Yeah.
Someone has written.
There is actually another
needs to upgrade their jersey seriously. ये नीले कपड़े में silver foil का stripe design बहुत फालतू लगता है.
अरे it looks like गणेश चतुर्थी की वो dance squad वाली team है यार कोई. Exactly. So it's a great. If you tell me I would wear this and be dancing on the streets of Mumbai, but if you tell me that this is a professional team's jersey, nope. But I'll tell you something else, Kushal. I wish IPL starts doing home and away jersey, right? So Gujarat and RCB definitely have two jerseys. Gujarat wears the lavender jersey on one of the days home games and RCB has the green jersey. But I wish they have an away jersey also, because it's high time, and why not? It'll be good. Mumbai
Oh,
also needs an
do
alternate
you
jersey.
think Virat, now that he's won with RCB, do you think he moves out?
Nahi. I If he does, it'll be very funny, but I doubt it. If he does and goes to play for Delhi Capitals, can you imagine that? But
Yaar, I think Virat should play for Delhi. Yaar, बच्चा तो दिल्ली का ही है ना. I think he should.
nahi,
Delhi se.
it- but it's like Dhoni and Chennai Super Kings, right? I know Jharkhand doesn't have a team, but Dhoni's identity is affiliated to Chennai Super Kings now. IPL. They got him. He's called Thala and stuff. So we can have debates about when he'll retire and stuff, but I have no doubt in my mind he always, even if there is a the Ranchi Stormtroopers team next year or something, that Dhoni still retires as a CSK thing. Yeah, it's just he's too big of a star and too big of an emotional pull for the CSK fan base. So similarly, I think Virat and RCB.
Will you do an English series preview? Yes, we will preview the Test match series before it starts. Yep, and we might even do mid-series and then end of the series.
Okay.
That's a very serious 5 Test match series that
अरे
we're
भाई,
going to
I
follow.
cannot wait. मैं तो मतलब इंग्लैंड में
It's
टेस्ट
going to be in a good time zone for us watching in America.
और देखने में मजा आता है. I bought like Willow subscription for the whole damn year because I'm going to be watching England Ashes. तो फिर क्यों महीने का लो यार? Just buy it for the whole damn year.
Imagine Kohli playing under Goenka. दोनों एक दूसरे का गाली देख.
No, I am laughing at something else. गाली देंगे उसके बाद दोनों का PR कैसा होगा? There will be Kohli PR and Sanjeev Goenka PR. Have you seen the Goenka PR things where he was smiling and greeting other people? It was so bad. It was so bad.
It was so hilarious. Oh man, that I can.
लोग भी क्या सोचते हैं यार अपने. Brilliant.
मगर ऋषभ मस्त है पूरा टूर्नामेंट में. लास्ट मैच में 100 मार के उल्टी गुलाटी मार के बोला था यार.
हाँ,
27 करोड़
और फिर भी साले मैच हार गए.
अरे रे ऋषभ मस्त था वो. एकदम बोला देखो अभी इंग्लैंड सीरीज आ रहा है, मेरा फॉर्मेट आ रहा है, रेड बॉल क्रिकेट, सीरियस क्रिकेट आने वाला है.
पहले वर्ल्ड टेस्ट चैंपियनशिप we'll be watching that first and we'll be tweeting about it. So please follow our Twitter feeds. We will be writing about it.
फाइनल तो अभी एक थोड़े दिन में ही है.
Next week.
6 तारीख है ना.
नहीं, next week. So WTC
11 जून sorry
हाँ, next week को है ना. Yeah, so it'll be fun. It'll be a lot of fun. South Africa, Australia, Kagiso Rabada, Mitchell Stark going at it. I don't think it'll last 5 days. It's England in June.
We'll not preview the WTC. We will review it after the match.
We'll review it. So we'll do. Okay, Kushal, ऐसा करते हैं ना. We'll do a review of that and an India-England preview. Mega podcast.
We'll mix it together. Yeah, that's what we'll do.
We'll do that. But let's wrap it up. यहाँ पे भी late हो रहा है, वहाँ पे भी late हो रहा है. We just have to do a special one for you guys.
Once again, the highest listener base of this podcast is from Bengaluru. Literally every month, the highest listeners are always from Bengaluru. So congratulations to all of you. Finally, your team won.
Congratulations.
You still are the ones that I like to troll the most, but I'm truly happy for 2 people. Once again, for Virat Kohli and for RCB fans. They really are probably one of the best fans in the country. And congratulations to everyone. Now everybody can breathe, normally. That
and someone said now someone said now for South Africa it's Sala Cup Namde. So time to support South Africa because मैं तो ऑस्ट्रेलिया को सपोर्ट नहीं करूंगा वर्ल्ड टेस्ट चैंपियनशिप में. अभी से बोल रहा हूँ.
nah यार ऑस्ट्रेलिया जीतेगी. they are too good.
नहीं, I will support South Africa. That's all.
करो तुम लोग करो.
बिल्कुल. चलो निकलते हैं.
चलो. All right, guys, we'll wrap up today. So go follow Aadit on X. His handle is there in the description of the podcast. You can follow me too if you have not till now. पाप लगेगा तुमको. If you have not liked this video, और बड़ा पाप लगेगा. Subscribe नहीं किया तो current लगेगा तुमको. Immediately subscribe करो नहीं तो current लगेगा तुमको. Leave a comment in the comment section. Once again, I want to remind everyone that the Cārvāka podcast only survives on one-time donations and memberships. So whatever you want to do, whether you want to send donations to UPI to kushalmehra at ICICI, through Interac Canada to kushalmehra81 at gmail.com, or you want to join the membership program on Patreon or on YouTube, buy my books, whatever, please consider supporting the podcast. I will see you guys next time. This is Kushal Mehra signing off with Adit Kapadia. Take care. Bye
Take
bye.
care.